Hi guys, it's Tammy from Shrinking Violet DS. Sorry, gotta get comfortable. Today is Tuesday, May 14th. And I am in the middle of all my errands as usually. Had massage day today, but I have on some makeup and my hair's done because I actually had a hair appointment. No eye makeup though, because my next appointment is to get my eyelashes done. I'm sure you're all riveted by my schedule there. Anyway, I just wanted to come on very quickly to do a fast update. Stats first. I had traditional duodenal switch surgery on March 9, 2017 with Dr. Antonio Esquerra at Mexicali Bariatric Clinic in Mexicali, Mexico. I started my pre-op diet on February 19th of 2017 at 260 pounds. I had my surgery on the 9th of March at 248 pounds. Last time I came to you last week, I think I was 132 again. And today I am 130.8 pounds. So I'm half the woman I used to be. Well, 0.8 pounds from half the woman I used to be. I really don't remember if I was 260 on the nose or not, but close enough. I'm calling it half, dang it. I earned it. I worked for it. I'm taking it. So pretty excited about that. My next push is to get into the 120s. So fingers crossed for me. I've really upped my protein and that has made all the difference in the world. And my fat as well. My calories these days, before I was keeping my calories, I didn't really count calories, but because I use my FitnessPal to track everything, I could see them. And I was right around 2,500 calories a day. Since I've upped my fat and my protein, I'm between 3,500 and 4,200 calories a day, and I'm finally losing. And that's solely because I've dropped my carbs and upped my fat and protein. And fat has so many calories, 9 calories per gram. Versus 4 calories per gram for carbs and protein. So that's why they sound really high, but because I malabsorb, DS math, I malabsorb 80%. And those of you who have had the loop, or you're thinking about having the loop or the SATI or the SIPS or whatever, you absorb differently. So don't go by me. I had the traditional one. I malabsorb about 80% of fat. So I'm having, about 160 calories or 160 grams of fat a day. So that would be what, 16 times 9, 900 and 540, 1,450 calories, straight calories of fat, but 20% of that is 190 calories. So you can see why I can add so many calories and still lose weight. And it's been great. It works really well for me, and my only tough day was Sunday, which was Mother's Day, and that is because on Saturday night we had a charity auction to attend, and I ate the dessert at the charity auction. I did really well. I did not eat the bread. I had chicken, and I had, what else did I have? Oh, beets and goat cheese, and that's it, because the chicken was sitting on potatoes and I didn't eat those. But then I ate the dessert, which was a little tart, a caramel tart, and it was square, and I would say it was 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And then beside that was a small scoop, about an ounce of espresso ice cream, and it was really good, and I regret nothing. But, and actually I was still hungry after all of that. So then after that we went out to dinner and I had steak tartare and some charcuterie and something else. Oh, foie gras. So again, all fat and all protein. And I didn't put any of it on. I had them keep the crackers, keep the bread, it was just meat on a fork basically. So that was really good. So I was pretty good that night, even though I did have the dessert. But then the next morning, and one thing, this charity auction. So you know how charity auctions are, they have various things that you can buy. And so I won the bid for goat yoga, which started here in Oregon. It's kind of a thing now around the country, but started here just about half an hour south of me in Monmouth, Oregon. And it should be fun. So they've got little baby pygmy goats, so they're pretty light, and they just wander around while you do yoga, and they hop on top of you and they nuzzle you and do all kinds of stuff. And it's held at a winery, so we get to do goat yoga and wine tasting. So pretty exciting. That'll be fun. Entertaining if nothing else, and I will definitely take some video and post it, and I'll also have Instagram pictures too. Anyway, so we stayed at the hotel that night where the event was held, and the next morning we had room service, and I had eggs Benedict, which was really good because I didn't eat the bread again. I just took the ham off and rolled the poached egg up in it and then dunked it in the hollandaise. Oh man, it was so good. And I was still hungry, so then I ordered a bagel with smoked salmon, and my intention was just to eat the salmon, but I didn't. I ate 3/4 of the bagel. I ate half the bagel with all the salmon, and that was really good. And then I kept looking at the bagel, and they had also brought a little thing that had about a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of strawberry jam. And so I ate 1/4 of the bagel with butter and jam. That, I think, was my downfall, because that set me up. All those carbs and that sugar from the jam absolutely set me up for craving carbs for the rest of the day. And that was Mother's Day. So we were taking our mothers out that evening for dinner. And at dinner, I ordered, there wasn't a lot on the menu. Normally this place has a happy hour menu that has things like sliders and deviled eggs and pork belly, seared pork belly, and that kind of thing. But they weren't doing their happy hour menu because of Mother's Day. And their fish special of the day was a fish pasta, because that's usually my other go-to. So I ended up with, I ordered pork belly frite as an appetizer, thinking that it would be a lot of pork belly and, you know, on top of the fries, and then it had a kind of a Mornay sauce on top of that. I got it, and it was mostly fries with little tiny pieces of pork belly. I mean, it was more like pancetta, frankly. I don't think it was even pork belly. Cut into these little, I'm trying to even think what size they were. They were about, if you had put 4 of them together, they would have been about the size of a die. You know, like a pair of dice that you roll. So 4 pieces would have been about, so they were little tiny pieces, tiny. So I ate half of that, which was really good, but so annoying because I ate all those potatoes because I was craving those because of the sugar from earlier. And then for dinner, I ordered fish and chips, and I did take the breading off of most of the fish. It was halibut. It was quite good. But again, I ate some of the breading, and I ate some more french fries. I did not eat the ketchup. I put 1 french fry in ketchup, and it just tasted so sweet to me. And at home, I use the low sugar ketchup. And man, can I tell the difference now. The other stuff just tastes like straight corn syrup that's been dyed red. Anyway, so I didn't eat that. I ate tartar sauce instead, which is good for me because it's all fat-based. So that was a whole darn bunch of carbs. And then I ordered 3 scoops. Well, I didn't order 3 scoops. It came with 3 scoops of butter pecan ice cream. I tell you, you know, people talk about when you get a flat tire, you don't hop out and slash the other 3. Well, I basically did that day. It was terrible. So I ate all that, and I was still munchy after I got home from that. And I knew why. It was because of all the carbs. All I wanted to do was eat, eat, eat. I was not hungry. I was not remotely hungry. But I got home and I ate half of a Lily's sugar-free chocolate bar. And then I ate a Kirkland protein bar. And then I thought, this is ridiculous. I cannot keep eating all these kind of carby, sweetie flavored things because I'm just going to want to keep eating them. So I took, and those of you who follow me on Instagram will see I posted this. I took a block of Philadelphia full fat cream cheese, so it's 8 ounces of cream cheese, and a can of Kirkland brand smoked salmon. So it's a 12-ounce can, looks like a can of tuna, same size. And I just dumped those in a bowl, used a hand mixer, whipped those puppies up together, and then got a sandwich thin out and toasted it till it was crispy. And I slathered about 4 ounces of the cream cheese salmon mix, spread, dip, whatever you want to call it, on top of that, and I ate it. And by the time I was done, I finally, for the first time that day since I had eaten the egg and ham from the Eggs Benedict, the first time since then, so before I ate the bagel with the jam, I felt satisfied and satiated. It was an absolute relief. I could feel my blood sugar evening out and going down. It was amazing. Anyway, so I was a little worried that I had, kicked myself out of ketosis and was going to see that on the scale the next day, but I didn't, thank goodness. And since then I've been really good. Maybe not really good. I've been good. I've been good enough. I have been eating the rest of that salmon spread. I am absolutely addicted to it. That was my last can of the smoked salmon. I forgot how much I like that stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to Costco and I'm getting more of that. And I'm going to keep making that and just keep it on hand in my refrigerator. It is so satisfying and it has such perfect macros for a de-esser. I cannot even tell you. I don't think there's any carbs. I should look at it. I put it in my FitnessPal. And I would look for you right now, but I'm recording on my phone. So that won't work. But it's so good, you guys. I highly recommend it. Highly, highly. So that's what I've had over the last few days. And for breakfast, I've had my protein coffee. I have 1 Premier Protein, a cup of coffee, and 120 milliliters of full fat heavy whipping cream. And then for snack, I have the salmon spread on a thin. And then for my second snack, I have another coffee with another Premier Protein. And then today I also had, I love these things. I think I showed you guys these. In fact, I know I did. But I keep them in my car now. Oops, I might be out. I ate myself out of them. But it's those Oberto's trail mix things that I showed you in my pantry the other day. Had one of those for snack today too. And that's 12 grams of 12 grams of protein and 13 net carbs. And then I just had 4 crunchy tacos at Taco Bell. And those are, I don't know what the net carbs are on them, but they are 15 gross carbs a piece. And then I take off the extra tortilla. I only eat the part that actually has the meat and the cheese and the sour cream. So I lose a bunch of carbs there. So yeah, that's been my food today so far. I'm thinking tonight I'm going to make lobster, boiled lobster. And usually when I do that, I'll make 2 lobster tails for myself. They're 8 to 10 ounces a piece. And I will eat one with drawn butter. And then I will take the other one, and it takes me a while to eat that much food. So I take the other one and I chop it up and I mix it with mayonnaise, lemon juice, finely diced celery, and green onion, and make it into a lobster salad. Sometimes I'll kind of eat it like a lobster roll. Sometimes I'll just eat it with a fork. So I think that's going to be dinner tonight. And that reminds me of one more thing. I do eat a lot, I find now, but I can't eat a lot in a short amount of time. And so like the 4 tacos I was talking about, that took me about 40 minutes. And the lobster will take me about an hour. So anyway, it's almost time for my eyelash appointment, so I gotta go. But I will talk to you guys soon, and I'll get this uploaded today. Bye.